Okay, hi there. Well, for this application, what I'm going to show you are two things, two tech tools that we can use in combination. One is Google Maps and the other is screencasting. Now, I'm actually making a screencast right now with one tool, but I'm going to show you a very easy to access, very easy to use screencasting tool, and I'm going to show you how we can use it in combination with Google Maps to communicate with our clients or our students. Now, we're looking at the general map of Australia here, and what I'd like for us to imagine is that we want to give some directions to students to meet us somewhere in Geelong. Now, let's say that we'd like for the students, we've instructed the students to meet us, don't worry about that, to meet us at Whole Foods Co-op in Geelong. So we just go to our Google Maps and we go to our search box up here and we write Whole Foods, and you can see we've already got a menu option here. We click on that and our map will instantly pop up, and it's popped up like that. And what you can see is we've got a map of Geelong, the central area of Geelong. We can change that just to a map itself, so we can just see the street names. We've got the Geelong Whole Foods Co-op details there, plus a picture. I'll just turn that off for the moment. We'll go back to the satellite. One thing I like to do is I like to use the satellite as well as the map, because maps can actually be too vague for some people. You know, they find them, they're street names, and that's good, but it's good to be able to actually show people physical features on the map, like we can see here. Now, A has popped up for Geelong Whole Foods. Now, perhaps our learners already know that we have classes here, which is the Diversitat Pulse Centre, where we're actually due to have the seminar. So we can zoom in a little bit to get ourselves ready, just to give us a little more detail. And what we've got is the Whole Foods marked here, and we can move the map a little bit, and this is where the Pulse is here on Little Ryrie Street, and it's the same street obviously. But what we're actually going to do is we're actually going to give our students some directions, and this, look, once you're used to the technology, this takes as little time as it does to send an email. But when you send an email, with text, not everybody can read all that well. Some people find written directions a little confusing. Those people often benefit from a more visual and oral sort of set of directions. So we know the Pulse is here, we know Whole Foods is there. Something else we can actually do, if we click on the Whole Foods symbol again, right, we can actually go to the street view as well. We can actually open up an actual view of the, see? Alright, I'll just close that. But we can actually show our clients. Perhaps we want to meet our students right here next to this metal sort of railing, and then we can just close that. But what I'm actually going to do now is I'm set up, I'm ready to record this screen and send it to my clients. So one really good way of doing screencasting is with this facility here. It's called Screener. You do need a Twitter account to log in. That's very easy to do. So I'm just going to sign in with Twitter, and that will take a couple of seconds to sort of get going. Now, what Screener does is it allows you to record your screen but also do an oral commentary, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm using a different screencasting tool which is a bit more sophisticated. You have to pay for that one, but this one's a free one. You can only record for up to 5 minutes, but basically you can record whatever is on your computer screen, and you can actually talk while you're recording what you're seeing on the screen. So it's taking a little bit of time. I allow the application, and it will send me back to Screener signed in. when it gets there. And what we're actually going to do, I'll go back to the map. Once we're actually logged into Screener, what we can do is we can say record our screencast now, and it will come up with a sort of frame, right? So it's detecting our Java settings, it's getting itself set up, and what this will do is, see this dotted line here? We've got a dotted line on our screen, and this allows us to actually adjust. We can just pull it with the arrows here. We can actually now, this is actually set up on our computer screen. I can go back to my map, and what I can actually do is I can actually adjust this so that it fits the screen. I'm just going to move that over and pull it down to show as much of our screen as we can, right? And now I can actually record by pressing this button down here. So I'm actually going to start a screencast. It's only going to be a simple one, but I'll show you how it works. I'm going to press record, and then I'm going to give directions to my clients and move around the map a little bit, show them the street view, and then I'm going to stop recording. Are you ready? Okay, so record. Okay, hello everybody. As I mentioned to you in class, we are going to have a meeting at Whole Foods Co-op. Now, just in case you are not sure how to find Whole Foods, I've made this map here for you. I'll go in a little bit closer for you so that you can see. Now, just let it adjust. Now, this is Little Ryrie Street here, Little Ryrie Street, and where you currently meet me for your classes is here. It's this area here. This is the Pulse. This is the Diversitat Pulse building where you meet for your classes. Now, it's very easy to find Whole Foods. I've marked it here with the A. All you have to do is go down Little Ryrie Street and then past a little car park, and the Whole Foods building is here. So it's just down Little Ryrie Street, across the car park, and there's Whole Foods. And the building looks a little bit like this. And what I'll do is I'll just show you where exactly we're going to meet. And this is Whole Foods. Alright, this is the Whole Foods Co-op building. So what I would like you to do is meet me and the other students here at this silver railing here. Okay, looks a bit like that. Please don't go into Whole Foods because there are a lot of us meeting, and the shop will probably get a little bit too crowded. So we'll just meet outside. If it's raining, of course, go inside and we will meet there. But please meet me at just outside Whole Foods here, where that silver railing is, and again on the map. It's right here. It's this building here, just down the road from the Pulse Center. If you'd like the map again, it looks like this. Little Ryrie Street, go down across the car park to Whole Foods. So I hope that gives you some clear directions, that shows you exactly where we need to meet, and I look forward to meeting you there at 9 o'clock on Thursday. If you have any problems, just call me or email me, and I'll give you some more explanation. So thanks for that, and I'll see you there. Right, so I finished my screencast. I pressed done, and what we have here is our screencast over on the screener page again, and we can save this. Maybe we'll say directions to Whole Foods. And we don't want to tweet it, we want to keep this private. And what we'll do is we will post this, and what it will start doing now is it will start formatting it for us. and then we'll be able to send that as a link directly to the students, or we can play it for them in class to give them that visual. And it's very, they can access it as many times as they like, and we can do that for all sorts of things. We can go all over Geelong. We can give directions to all sorts of places using Google Maps, and I've generally found that this is really good for migrants and refugees who may not be, they may not be familiar with the terrain or the buildings in the city, and they may find it hard to follow along to strictly written text directions or sort of instructions. Now, another thing you could be doing with this is, for example, we may want to show them different campuses for Diversitat. So what we can actually do is type in Diversitat, and what it will do is it'll show us all the locations for Diversitat in Geelong. It's just searching at the moment. It's a bit slow because of the screencast, but you can see we've actually got all the different places where Diversitat has buildings or offices, and if we actually pan out a little bit, you'll be able to see them all over the Geelong area. And by doing a screencast, or even just by sending them a link to this map, very easy to show them around Geelong to places that might be important, places we may like to meet, and we can zoom in, we can show them the actual buildings, and by using a screencast like we did here with Screener, we can actually talk while we're showing them the directions. And for a lot of people, that oral example, the instructions that are delivered orally with a lot of recasting, and the actual physical look about and pointing at something can be very, very useful for a lot of people. So that's how to use a screencast. And it's still loading up, but I'll put a link below this video to show you what that screencast looked like. Actually, I can play it a little bit now just to show you. Okay, hello everybody. As I mentioned to you in class, we are going to have a meeting at Whole Foods Co-op. Now, just in case you are not sure how to find Whole Foods, I've made this map here for you. I'll go in a little bit closer for you so that you can see. Now, just let it adjust. Now, this is Little Ryrie Street here, Little Ryrie Street, and where you currently meet me for your classes is here. It's this area here. This is the Pulse. This is the Diversitat Pulse. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like when we send it to the students. And you can see this is a very visual, very interactive sort of guideline for them. And as I said, once you get used to using Screener, which is really simple, it's just a matter of logging in, pressing record, moving around your screen and talking. It's actually quicker than writing an email in some cases. And it's certainly a much richer visual experience for our students. So that's Screener for screencasting, and also Google Maps for directions and Street View and that sort of thing. So I hope you found that useful.